and welcome to Americans Learn. My name is Lauren, and today I am doing a kind of Nightwish thing, kind of different. So this is the making of the Yesterwind documentary. This was suggested by a channel member. It's been a minute. I've been trying to figure out a time to do this, and today I've got it. So, huzzah! I'm really excited about this. I've listened to a few of the songs, I believe, from Yesterwind. Not all of them, but a few of them. So I'm hoping that I'll still be able to get a significant amount out of this particular documentary. It's kind of a longer video. So the video itself is like 45 minutes long. So this video is probably going to be kind of long too. That is just how that is going to be. That is the reason that it's been a while since because it was suggested to me from our channel member a long time ago. I just haven't gotten around to watching one video for 45 minutes for any of the channels recently. So I'm looking forward to finding out how they did this, because some of the music videos and stuff I've seen have been really cool. So let's begin. Filmlessly.
Thoughts activated. 5, 4, 3, 2,
1. I wonder if I'm gonna get some songs.
Helposti aina tulee ne It's hard to light a candle, easy to curse the dark instead. Niin kuin lauletaan tuossa Last Ride of the Day -kappaleessa. Että ne
That's true, I like that.
vastoinkäymiset ja vitutukset, mitä jokaisella nyt on, niin ne jotenkin aina jyrää sen kokonaisuuden. Ja se on jännä juttu. Ehkä se on joku evoluution tuote, että pitää olla koko ajan pikkasen varpaillaan ja ei saa missään vaiheessa antautua täysin siihen hurmioon ja idyllissä elämiseen, mutta kyllä se meidän lajille tekisi aika hyvää päästää se olotila sisään ihan pysyvästi.
This is already going to be interesting because like I love to like overanalyze I love to overanalyze the hell out of all of the Nightwish songs that I come across. So this will be interesting to watch this and then be able to apply it to other songs from this album that I haven't seen. I think that'll be so much fun for me. I'll actually not be necessarily guessing every single time when it comes to like what it is that they were meaning by certain lyrics.
Eikä se tarkoita, ettekö me pitäisi olla välittämättä asioista ja mennä hällä väliällä, mutta siis se, että me ollaan täällä. Ylipäänsä lottoarvonnassa meille osuu se pääpotti. Me ollaan synnytty tähän maailmaan. Sen lisäksi me ollaan synnytty tähän aikaan, tähän kulttuuriin.
I love that.
Se on kylmiä väreitä nostattava fiilis, kun sen päästään sisään. Ja sellaisia ihan turhasta valittavien
Damn straight it is.
läsnäolo, niin se on hyvin kuluttavaa.
They're also the kinds of people who are the worst to deal with at the restaurant. Like, the people is like, some people are just looking for something to complain about. And it's like, you must be miserable. Like all this, like, why? What are you doing? Can you find, I love this though. It's like already it's being like, again, something that I've noticed in a lot of Nightwish's songs, which is search for the beauty in the darkness, search for the beauty in this life. And I love that it's the documentary already, I'm a minute in, is already starting out as like, this is a gift. Life is a gift. Accept it. Ah! Yay! Like my gift today that I'm accepting, my really good coffee. I've got my like Botress coffee mug that I stole from like one of the very first places I ever worked in Chicago because it had a chip in it. Just this little chip right here. And they were going to have the cup thrown out. And this is like a perfect coffee mug too. This is my beauty of the day.
Mieli halata ja kuristaa heitä yhtä aikaa.
Yeah. Kind of. You do feel like hugging and strangling them at the same time, except for I usually feel more like strangling them or something worse sometimes. It's like they need a hug. You know they need a hug. But also you don't necessarily want to be the person to give them that hug. It's like, I kind of want you to just revel in your misery sometimes because you're making me so miserable.
Toki voin siihen samaistua, kun aikoinaan itse oli samanlainen. Mutta
Oh, dang, okay.
jotain on tässä vuosien varrella onneksi tajunnut.
Okay, we're getting some hard truths here. Interesting. Sorry, I was just checking to make sure I'm recording because it happens sometimes. Happened 3 billion years ago.
Our story begins over 3 billion years ago, when your ancestors, and mine too, lived somewhere on this planet. Their unbroken chain of love has made our existence possible, and it is this unbelievable sum of coincidences that provided one of the main inspirations for the album. Yesterwind is the final part of a trilogy. Like its two predecessors, it is a journey through stories of love for our planet and every living thing on it.
But what really connects is the love for our planet with all its life in it, not just nature but also us humans, and the fascination for the human species and its history and its colorful history. In these albums, the love for that and the fascination for the good things that we've achieved is highlighted.
I have noticed
and that comes in all albums, and definitely on this album too. Also highlighting facts from our history that maybe a lot of people didn't know. So there's I think that's the red thread, and that's beautifully highlighted once again also on this
That's
new
cool.
album.
I didn't know about the computer.
To speed things up a bit, let us fast forward 3 billion years to the summer of 2023,
It's a pretty good
when the
summer
band
for
was
me.
rehearsing its new material in a beautiful wilderness of eastern Finland.
It's bliss, really. It's paradise here. It really is. I highly recommend people visit it. Only not while we're here. But
Some other time. People, get away.
Vuosia sitten mietin joskus, että olisi hienoa yhdistää niin kuin bändi ja luonnon helmakimppaa. Ja täällä se toteutuu, mikä sen parempaa kuin mahtava musea ja mahtavien ihmisten kanssa. Et niin kuin, ehkä ollaan vielä semmosia niin kuin tietenkin Nightwishin kotikulmilla, mistä kaikki lähtee, niin täällä on se joku syvällisempi
feel like
juttu
coming
välttyy
home, wouldn't
taas
it?
täällä.
I'm gonna get emotional during this. I just know it. I've already been like, oh my god. And also sometimes just their instrumentals make me emotional, and I can't quite ever put my finger on why. So I might just get emotional just from listening to the music in the background.
German, much better.
It is. 2 syllables instead of 3.
Yeah.
It's a big difference.
Täällä leirillä niin pääsee uppoutua siihen levyn maailmaan ihan 24/7. Pääsee täyteen immersioon, koska bändissähän on kyse muustakin kuin vaan soittamisesta, biiseistä. Bändissä on kyse toisesta perheestä, niistä ihmisistä, jotka siinä ympärillä on, tekee tätä hommaa, luo jotain uutta ja hienoa. Ja se pari kuukautta, mitä me täällä nyt ollaan, niin se on aamusta iltaan tuota levyä, yhdessäoloa ja sillä tavalla yhteen hitsautumista, ja se myös heijastuu sitten siihen musaan, mitä me luodaan.
This hour is ours. Yeah. This hour is ours. Something like that.
It's really cool that they went like to their own little bubble to do this. Interesting. Interesting technique.
Tuliko noi rumpusihvilät mukaan tossa kohdassa, vai oliko se vasta myöhemmin? Siihen demoon.
Se lähtee just noin. Basso lähtee myöhemmin.
Myöhemmin? Okei.
Ja sitten kun soitat niitä biisejä uudestaan, niin sulla saattaa tulla, että ei, mä vedänkin tässä tällä lailla. Että tulee vähän niin kuin vahingosta. Tai sitten Tuomas sanoo, että hei, olipa hyvä juttu tuossa, muista tuo. Sitten että mitähän mä tein.
Yeah, I've done that kind of
Tietenkin
thing.
pistänyt tuon kännykkä, eli iPhonein tuohon vierelle ja laittanut aina rekkiä. Eli mä pystyn palaamaan niihin biiseihin, että ai, mitähän mä tein nyt sitten siinä. Jos Tuomas sanoo, että hei, toi on muuten hyvä juttu, että pidäpä tuo. Okay.
That happens to me too. If like if I'm in a show or something, occasionally, like you do something that's like, yeah, you kind of are just kind of playing around. So you do something in the spur of the moment, but the director is like, yes, do that again. And I'm like, what? Do what? What did I do? Tell me. I don't know what I did. Or like sometimes it's like a little inflection or something that like you're not thinking about because you actually managed to embody the character for a second. It just kind of happened one way or the other. And it's like it is kind of cool though, because sometimes if you do something over and over and over again like that, sometimes you just play and then something magical happens and it's really cool.
Okei. Katellaan biisejä, soitellaan niin läpi ja tiettyjä riffejä tai kokonaisia biisejä tai osioita, mitä tulee aha-elämyksiä puolia toisia, että mitä sinne voisi tehdä ja mikä on hyvä idea, mikä ehkä niin hyvä idea.
Se itämainen riffi ja sitten käydään välillä hulluttelemassa, sitten tullaan takaisin sen. Ei siihen ykköselle, vaan takapotkulle.
Joo, enkä ykköstä sinne.
Ei,
Joo.
se on vaan kitara ja orkka.
Joo.
Tärkeä.
Kyllä.
Niin
Oh, that was cool.
kun se melodia siinä lopussa, mistä sit tykkäät, sen jälkeen lähtee suoraan kertsi.
It's also fun to see them dressed like just dads.
Joo, totta kai.
I really enjoy the editing of the words, of the lyrics, of the poetry of the whole thing, and that in turn fires the imagination for what's to come musically as well. Because
like that
everything's
part too.
changing all the time. That's the wonderful thing about Nightwish, and it's in the formation of the albums, everything changes. It's just changing all the time. And
It allows the fluidity.
as I said
like
before, we just have to ride with it and try to cling on as it hurtles off into the future.
Where magic happens is when everything seems to just fall into place musically. And I have been rehearsing with the demos, and then the demo version of the better version. It kind of, the puzzle keeps expanding, and all of a sudden things are happening that are just, magical. It's the creative energy of several people coming together that all of a sudden make Tuomas's amazing songwriting extra amazing, extra magical. The unexpected elements of ideas coming in, even during recording. Why don't we try this? Or what if? I can see almost a childish pleasure in his face when these ideas come, and he's like, yes, something comes that you cannot really plan. That's magic, pure magic.
Agreed. I love that. Yep.
Joo!
Oh, it's so interesting too to like hear like because like they've all got the whatever like I'm assuming that they can hear perfectly well what they're playing, but like we don't hear nothing except for like like little taps. I think that's kind of, it's just an interesting little quirk of this particular the way they filmed this.
Oh, erinomainen.
Great.
Joo.
Erinomainen vaihtoehto.
Kokeillaan.
There he goes. I can hear him.
Playing in a band is a team effort, and sometimes you'll have to step outside your comfort zone and take one for the team. In this case, to sing.
Emme edelleenkään kauheasti tykkää sitä laulamisesta, että se ei ole vaan meikäläisen forte eikä mielenkiinnon kohde. Mutta jos se tätä kokonaisuutta muita kavereita tuolla treeniksellä auttaa, niin me nyt rääyn sitten sinne jotakin ja toivottavasti sitten
I
jotain
guess if
apua.
like what Floor's taking care of her kid or something, so she's not here for this part. I've been a little bit like because she's been very by herself throughout this whole thing, so I'm just wondering if like she was not able to come to this because I know she's got a kid, so like that could make things difficult. Like she's got a young kid, right? In 2023.
Päällimmäisen aate on se, että 20 vuotta sitten, 10 vuotta sitten mulla ei olisi ollut kasseja tehdä tota
Oh,
hommaa.
you've grown. I like that.
Että ehkä tässä on sen verran kasvanut ihmisenä, että tuommoista turhanpäiväistä häpeästä on päässyt eroon.
Aw, I'm sure you're a fine
Se, että siellä on nämä bändikaverit, Tero ja ehkä joku teknikko silloin tällöin käymässä, niin silti uskaltaa laulaa niitä biisejä, koska se helpottaa sitä treenaamista ja
Good for him.
heidän ymmärrystä niistä biiseistä valtavasti.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I will say because I've done some musicals in my time where like it's like I need you to sing like you need the person to sing the line for you if they're making you do something super different than like everybody else is doing, because I've had that role before where it's like I've got this weird harmony that like nobody else has, so I don't know why I'm it does help. You need people to do it for you and to sing it for you, not just play it. Hearing an actual voice do it, it helps with some of the expression sometimes, like what they're looking for, and it helps with just getting it solidified in your own brain. Hearing somebody else do it a couple of times, it is helpful.
Että kiitos kun laulat, miten laulat, koska nyt he käsittää, miten tämä melodia menee, mikä on lyriikoiden rytmiikka,
Exactly.
mitkä on instrumentaalipätkiä ja näin poispäin. Mm-hmm. Ja se auttaa myös minua vielä hiomaan niitä vokaalilinjoja,
That makes sense too.
huomaamaan, mitkä sanat ei välttämättä toimi foneettisesti.
That makes sense too. That's why also, a lot of times if I'm like writing a story, I will, after I've written a bunch of it, I'll read big parts of it out loud, to myself, like the whole thing. I'll like sort of audiobook it a little bit just to sort of see what it sounds like when you're hearing it, as opposed to like, I know what it sounds like in my head, but putting it out there and like saying it out loud really does help. And if like, you're singing a song, and I've done a few little bit of songwriting, not composing, but songwriting. It's been a long time, but like, yeah, it's like singing it out loud. It's like, it maybe makes sense as a poem on paper, but then when you sing it, it's like, ooh, actually gotta fix some stuff. So he's so right.
Niin sekin on semmoinen uusi juttu, mitä ei ole koskaan aikaisemmin tehty, johtuen siitä ikävästä syystä, että Floor nyt ei todella päässyt tulemaan tänne kesäleirille lähinnä terveydellisistä syistä. Meillä oli semmoinenkin idea alun perin, että oltaisiin aivan ensin äänitetty laulut, ruvettu kasaa pohjia niiden päälle. Sekin olisi ollut hyvin mielenkiintoinen uusi lähestymistapa tähän levyyn. Mutta
Right, I remember
näistä
now.
syistä
I
nyt
do
joudutaan
remember now
menemään
what
perinteisin keinoin,
there was
mutta
a cancer
toimii
and
näinkin.
some other stuff that was going on with Floor. It's just a question for me. It's just a question of like, when were things happening? It's like I remember a lot of things that I've learned. It's just a question of like plugging those events into specific timelines.
Saatiin kuitenkin aika paljon aikaa jo.
The album's done.
Se levystä on valmis.
Sixth of the album. That's pretty good. We're done. We're 1/6 of the way there. Oh my god, I'm not even gonna try to say that. Actually, I lied. I'm gonna try and say that. Synthesizer. Oh, synthesizer. Now I can't say either word correctly.
Yeah, indeed, a different setup than we usually do, and it was really sad that I missed the rehearsals by not being able to join because of my pregnancy,
So I was right about the pregnancy.
and heavy fatigue after too intense work.
Okay.
So everything now got.
That's where I was like, I knew that there were things, like I knew that the baby was involved in somehow. So I was right the first time when I said the baby, but pregnancy. Okay. Like I said, I know that she's dealt with a lot of stuff for me, it's just a question of, and this was 2023, it's a question of remembering when things were happening.
Recorded before me. Even the choirs and the orchestra, everything was done. And as soon as I was physically able to record after my pregnancy, I did. And we even did that at my home studio. So Finland came to Sweden, to the duchy living in Sweden. So my home studio here with my husband Hannes, we used that and managed to, really record everything in no time, I have to say.
For her.
The female body goes through quite the process with pregnancy and delivering a baby. So I thought it was pretty exciting to record an album so soon after all of that.
It's a lot. There's a reason I'm not going to have any babies.
How well it went. The voice was just there, and the songs are absolutely amazing. So they just invite for good singing, but that doesn't mean it just works. I'm no machine. So it felt really good to feel everything come together and the voice just being there and the songs coming alive like this again.
I love it when she sings low. Oh, and the slides up. Wow. She sounds like a Disney princess right now. And I know she's done Disney princess songs. She really sounds like one here. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's pretty.
Ehkä kaikista palkitsevinta siinä äänittämisessä on se, että kun huomaa, että artisti, oli se nyt vaikka kitaristi tai laulaja, niin saa itsestään puristettua sen kaikista parhaimman suorituksen nauhalle. Ja kun kuulee, että tämä otto oli nyt aivan loistava, se oli tässä, niin siitä tulee ehkä semmoiset kovimmat kiksit itselle. Silloin kun ekoja demoja kuunneltiin ja sitten tavallaan kuuli sen Tuomaksen konseptin, mikä tämän levyn idea on, ja periaatteessa ihan niin kuin albumin nimikin sanoo, että kaipuu vähän sinne menneisyyteen, niin itselle tuli semmoinen fiilis, että olisipa hauska saada jotenkin sitä samaa alkuajan intoa tähän touhuun mukaan. Ja omasta mielestäni tuo viime kesän Röskön bändileiri niin oli erittäin onnistunut ja siellä oli jotenkin erityisen hyvä, vilpitön ja semmoinen tekemisen riemua siinä meiningissä. Ja toivon, että se niin kuin välittyy. Ainakin itsestä tuntuu siltä, että sen kuulee myös tuosta lopputuloksesta. Siinä on vähän, tuntuu siltä, kun bändi olisi kokenut semmoisen 20 vuoden nuorennusleikkauksen. Että
no niin, takiahan tää tässä on. Syntä taitaa.
Okei. Oh my God. Okay, that makes so much more sense with Mike Tyson. Oh my God. Okay, I was wondering where it was coming from. That makes so much more sense. All right, I love it. I like that they're kind of letting us in on a few of these little in jokes, you know? That's so fun. This is like, that's why this is a fun one so far.
Se on muuten hirveä hetki. Se hetki, kun ensimmäistä kertaa soittaa uuden levyn kappaleet muille bändiläisille, on se kaikkein jännittävin hetki. Ei levyn julkkari, ei levyn soittaminen kriitikoille, vaan se, kun ne ensimmäiset demot soittaa muille bändijäsenille. Koska tietää sen, että tämän levyn kanssa tulee olemaan naimisissa seuraavan vuoden, seuraavan kiertueen. Sitä niin toivoisi, että hyö sais niistä kappaleista samanlaisen kiksin, mitä me on saanut, että he kokis sen motivoivana, koska me tullaan olemaan niin tiukasti kiinni näissä kappaleissa seuraava lähitulevaisuus. Ja vaan se toive siitä, että voiko hyö ymmärtäisi, voiko hyö tuntisi. Ja kyllä se lähes joka kerta, no itse asiassa joka kerta on käynyt niin, että enemmän tai vähemmän ollaan hymyilty ja dikkailtu, että tästä saadaan tehtyä hyvä.
Nice. And pipes in. Excellent. With the swings.
We're going to be battling over who's going to do the high note
And
there.
again, guess who's going to be doing it?
Always you.
And the breath's coming. Voices of the past, our ancestors.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be magnificent, this.
Oh, that's so cool that they're like giving us like a little insights into like the whole process from the beginning. We're getting to see all of these little like interior things that usually no one gets to see. That's so cool. I'm getting emotional just from that. I'm like, I feel like I'm a part of something.
Joo, me oltiin Jenkkirunilla hotellihuoneessa porukalla. Kyllähän tietenkin demo on aina demo ja sitten jokainen tuo se oman mutta kyllähän niin siitä jo kuuli, että hyvä levy on tulossa ja hyviä kappaleita.
It sounded like a continuation of human nature to a degree, but again because of certain aspects of the way the band is now. So we sound different, but we sound pure Nightwish.
Tuomas puts a lot of love and attention into the story as well, so you want to understand that, and we would talk about it, and I have very warm memories to that. I can even sometimes picture us sitting in some rooms when I listen to the demos again. It puts you back in time, and all over Europe in that sense. So that's a special memory, and for a very special situation because of the pandemic. It became like that. Like Tuomas wrote the songs during the pandemic, and we started to get to know them while playing the Human Nature World Tour.
That's really cool.
Afterwards, with already having those songs. So it was in that sense a bit confusing, because usually we finish a world tour, take a little break, Tuomas starts to write, and then we start working on the next project. But now everything was happening at the same time. So that made us end up in hotel rooms listening to those songs together, and that just is a unique situation that I will never forget,
That
but
could be
really
so
warmly
magical
cherished.
in a very different way. I really like it.
Siellä on pari sellaista biisiä, että miksei maailma tiedä tästä, että nyt meillä on velvollisuus tuoda tämä kaiken kansan tietoisuuteen. Tämä on niin hieno, opettava, muistuttava tarina, kuten esimerkiksi tulevan levyn biisi numero 7 on. Eli reaktiot noihin levyn lyriikoihin on ollut jopa vahvempi mitä aikaisemmin.
Know that. That's one I haven't listened to though. So like that is interesting. The story of the Tongan castaways. I'm gonna have to listen to this song. Oh, I have heard of the event. I have heard of the event of these guys, but I had not heard of this song.
But if you look at the news, it feels like everything is really going to shit.
Especially now.
So in that sense, I think, yes, there's absolute reason for positivity, and it's good to sometimes be reminded of the beauty of where we are, what we've achieved, what we still have around us. There is so much good. And I think maybe especially now in a time where information is more accessible than ever,
and yet
it's
people
good to
don't
remind
access
ourselves
it.
of the amazing things that we have achieved as humankind, and the beautiful art we have, the rich history we have, and also the way we are with nature, and that there is a vast majority of us who really wants to cherish it and who is actually kind to animals and all of that. So yes, a bit of positivity,
Okay.
it's always good.
It is. You need it. You need that little bit of positivity in this crap show. A 45-minute receipt.
Mutta onhan tää legendaarista. Ja seuraava viikko tulee olemaan ihan huikea kokemus. Ei tarvitse kuin istua sohvan pohjalle ja nauttia musasta ja ihmisten osaamisesta. Kuunnella miten nuo biisit, mitä nyt on 1,5 vuotta tuossa pyöritellyt, niin
Such a long period of time too. I never really think about how long they have to
Mä oon
work on
kuullut jo
these
nämä
things.
orkesterisovitukset aika hyvinä versioina tuolla Sibelius Softalla tehtynä, että kyllä mulla on aika selkeä kuva, mitä sieltä tulee. Mutta kunhan se livenä tuossa kohta tärähtää biisien päälle, niin on se aikamoinen elämys.
Interesting.
Mä kuulen ne biisit omassa päässäni, miten se orkesteri ja kuoro
You live and
ne
breathe them, I
vetää.
bet.
Ja sitten meillä on orkesterisovittaja tällä kertaa James Sherman, joka on ollut meidän kapellimestari Once-levystä lähtien.
Okay.
Ja koska meidän luotto-orkesteri ja Pete Williams on nyt fyysisesti siinä kunnossa, että hän ei pystynyt lähteä mukaan tähän projektiin, niin James otti kopin siitä ja on tehnyt ihan mahtavaa duunia. Me ollaan tässä nyt viimeiset 5,5 vuotta pyöritelty noita biisejä, lähetetty sähköpostia toisillemme, soiteltu melkein päivittäin. Ja vaihdeltu ideoita ja hän on sitten kirjoittanut nuotit orkesterille.
Wow.
So was that for there should be a longer break?
Like, I mean, and I know that like these, I again did not realize that it takes like multiple years for these albums to come together, which is, it makes sense now that I'm thinking about it. Still wild to think about though. And I mean, this guy's doing a great job. And again, it's also interesting to see like other parts of it. It's like, hey, you know, the orchestral score is not written by the same people, very different job. Interesting to see how it all meshes together and how collaborative every single aspect of this is.
Right, okay, so a couple of I just want to check, do we have it on another tape? 21, the intonation of that chord is still not quite right, okay. The balance, and just the last thing, that's glorious, all that. 62, each time when we play that F natural, 62, it comes again at 78. The F natural, I can't hear if it's sharp or flat, I just know there's something in there, it's not quite right, yeah.
Meillä on 3 eri kattausta, 3 eri kokoista orkesteria. Ja tänään on se isoin. Ja siinä on noin 50 soittajaa, harpisti, puupuhaltimet ja bassit. Mennään ihan biisien ehdoilla, että siellä on 4 biisiä, jotka kaipaa tätä isoa kokoonpanoa. Sitten on keskikokoinen ja sitten on ihan tämmöinen kamariorkesterityyppinen kokoonpano. No, bändin suurin vahvuus on aina ollut se tinkimättömyys, periksi antamattomuus ja omilla ehdoilla meneminen, niin miksi me nyt 27 vuoden jälkeen
That's like, you know, a good fucking point.
Ehkä se meidän ajatusmaailma ja se Nightwish-maailma on semmoinen Pink Floyd light-tyyppinen lähestyminen kaikkeen.
Okay.
Et meillä on ne tarinat, biisit, joita me halutaan esittää.
I can see it.
Ja me tehdään se täysin tinkimättä mistään, seuraamatta trendejä.
I listen to a lot
Ja
of
lopputulos on se, mitä kuullaan. Me ei näe mitään muuta vaihtoehtoa tehdä. Jotenkin musiikki on meille kaikille niin pyhä ja herkkä aihe, että sen suhteen ei lähdetä leikkimään.
To the end of 66, please.
Oh, yes, the 45-minute drink spill.
Oh, what is this?
When the musicians were leaving Abbey Road Studios, it was time to pay for the drinks from the cafeteria. Legend says it took 45 minutes to add up and print the receipt, which almost resulted in the band missing their flight home. What a classic.
Wow.
Cheers, mates.
They were having fun. That's crazy. Really random thing to put into the middle there, but okay. Legend says. I will say though, that is one of those things that it can take a long time with receipts. If you've, especially if you've got like 12 people and then suddenly at the end of the night, they all want their separate checks. It's like, I usually just tell them no. Like, sorry, I can't do that. If you're gonna play, if you've got 12 people, or if you've got more than 6 people, more than 5, maybe, you have to tell the server before you start ordering that everyone's gonna be on separate checks. Because otherwise, especially if you're getting a lot of stuff throughout the night, trying to remember all of that and like keep it organized for yourself as a server is really difficult. So then like at the end of the night, suddenly 12 people want separate checks and they all want their own thing. It's like, I don't remember what anybody got. Like, I don't. Like, especially if you've changed drinks 3 or 4 times. If you got appetizers to share, who's getting the appetizer on their bill? I don't know. So if you're going to be doing separate checks with like more than 5 people, you got to tell your server ahead of time that you're doing that. Just so you know, please, please, please. It will make things go so much smoother at the end of the night, because now they don't have to sit there and try and remember every single thing and then swipe every single card on their one machine. It takes so long. And then, of course, now everyone else in the entire restaurant is getting screwed too, because, like the server's taking up the computer, they can't get to their other tables, bartender can't, it messes everything up for everybody if they're spending that much time. So also, just like if you've got 12 people, maybe be friends with your friends and like have people like Venmo you or give you cash. Just saying, it's faster for everybody. I've just gotten yelled at for like, what is taking so long? It's like, there's 9 of you and you didn't tell me until the end that you all wanted separate checks. So now I've got to remember what everybody ordered. It'd take forever on the one computer we have to like swipe 9 cards. Anyway, it's frustrating. It can take 45 minutes to deal with the check, is what I'm saying. Love a Foley session.
Nightwish are not big on compromises, so the oral assault that you can hear in the middle of Antikythera Mechanism was not made using digital effects. The band actually created the sounds manually, using various objects.
Tuli kyllä rumia ääniä. Tässä on saatana ruma ääni. Tavallaan tekee sen taivin. Ja sitten
like
lisää sitten pikkuhiljaa niinku kerroksia sinne väliin.
Yes, practical effects.
Pitäisi tulla se tick-tock,
Juuri näin.
fiilis.
Juuri näin.
Kaiken sen kaauksen yläpuolella.
Kyllä, just. Ja toinen tulee sitten tällä.
Okei. Mahtavaa. En malta odottaa.
Näin mä oon sen kaavoillut, mutta
Nice.
sitten saa tietenkin sanoa, että jos ei...
Olemme samalla sivulla.
Kyllä.
Eri kirjassa.
Suoraan eteenpäin. Ja sitten on kuitenkin aika niin kuin laaja skaala kaikenlaista, että joutunut tosiaan niin kuin
Really cool. You gotta be
venymään taas niin rumpalina Tuomaksen hienojen sävellysten kanssa niin kuin joutunut painimaan tiettyjen kohtien kanssa.
expand your brain.
Sen verran maallikkoinen kysyn, että tarkoittaako sun kohdalta venyminen siis se, että siellä on niinku käsille tulee kiire vai?
Ei välttämättä silleen, mutta sitten siellä on niinku semmoisia asioita, mitä ei ole niinku käsillä ja jaloilla joutunut soittamaan niinku yhtäaikaisesti. Eli siellä on semmoisia asioita, että ei välttämättä ihan niinku normi rumpukirjasta niinku löydä suoraan niinku tämmöisiä referenssejä. Et kun sitten kun sitä biisiä lähdetään soittaa, niin itsellä on aina se, että kun pitää palvella sitä kappaletta, niin vaikka se tuntuu, että hei, tää on aika hankala ja mahdoton juttu. Mutta sitten kun sä rupeat kelaamaan, että no miten tää on niinku soitettavissa, että pystyykö tänne ihminen soittamaan niinku 4 raajalla, totta kai joutuu ehkä oikoon tietyissä asioissa, mutta kuitenkin se, että pääsee edes niin kuin lähelle sitä, mitä haluaa. Niin siellä on taas niin semmoisia rumpukuvioita kyllä uudella levyllä, tulevalla levyllä, että siinä on taas sitten, kun lähdetään jossain vaiheessa, toivottavasti myös soittaa livenä, niin sitten joutuu ehkä hetken aikaa taas istuu kämpällä itekseen ja miettii niitä, että nyt nämä pitäisi pystyä soittamaan sitten niin kuin ihan pötkössä koko homma. Että siinä on haastetta.
He is a very good drummer, though. He's like, cut, please. That, not quite. So patter. Yeah, girl. Felt that bitch.
But the very fast singing was definitely a surprise, where it's almost without a melody, almost like rap, but not quite.
It's kind of pattery. It's almost
that
a patter.
was definitely a new, challenging thing for us as a band and for me as a singer.
Well, also that, did you hear that would have been so difficult, like the low chest voice into the head immediately? That's crazy. Like that's crazy. That's like what, from that low in your chest voice to like almost a belt in your head. Good job. I'll stay wherever tomorrow is here. And this girl's got good breath support too, so if it's that difficult for her, crazy.
That's when the oxygen comes in.
Yep.
I don't think I ever sang as fast. So much lyrics, really important lyrics. You cannot just mumble them. They have to come out just right. And also there were a few really, really high notes. And I'm known for my high singing, but this definitely brought it again to a level. It's like, yeah, that's really on the edge of what I can do, which I love, because then I get really, really properly challenged. And it's not just about high singing, like, oh, she can do the high notes.
Everyone knows that.
You want it to sound good. It has to come out just right, with just the right intention, still part of the story. It's, in the end of the day, always about the song and not about you as a singer or you as a drummer. You want to make this wall of sound that you as a listener will feel.
And they are very good at that.
And that's the huge challenge with all the physical parts that we as players have. Like, guys who would like to have a third arm, I would need extra lungs. And in the end of the day, it will still sound like, yeah, it sounds pretty easy to do. That's a challenge.
But they are so good at that.
And there are several occasions where I sing quite low. And I've always felt that something is missing from my voice if I sing low. You miss certain power. But I don't know if it's the age or the song or a combination of me maturing and the songs just asking for that kind of a sound in my voice. And where I always thought it sounds like me singing low, now it just brings out a warmth in my voice that I don't think I brought out that much yet. So if there's anything really new, it's definitely the super fast and the lower singing.
And especially because, again, she was doing those two things like simultaneously. That's what I was just talking about like seconds ago. I was like, oh my God, like she's so freaking skilled.
You get to know my voice, I think, differently. The problem I had throughout my preparations was that first I had a very big belly.
Yep.
And then I had a belly who just was big. So singing during...
Oh yeah, because like, oh my God, I can't even imagine trying to do that kind of thing with a pregnancy, especially that pregnant with a baby pushing on your lungs and all your organs. You need to be able to like expand your diaphragm. And that would be so hard to do. Dang. Okay. It's sort of like because also in like with Encanto with Stephanie Beatrice who was pregnant during the recording of that. It's like when she's got that really really fast bit in the Familia Madrigal or whatever that song is called. It's like that's so hard to do. Like, and again, with having to do things this fast, this high, like with as much support as you need for like a low note, and as much support as you need for the high notes, because you need this similar support. Different places though, with a baby in your belly. Oh my God, I hadn't even considered that. Dang, Floor, if I still had coffee, I'd salute you.
During pregnancy and right after, it is challenging because the muscles in your belly literally move and they move away from each other. So you have less control over them. And the more pregnant you get, the less space you have in your lungs.
Yup.
So it became harder to really practice how and where to breathe. And then after the pregnancy, well, I recorded the album when my baby was 6 weeks old.
Wow.
So then your big belly is gone, but the rest is not quite back to normal.
Internally, you're
which
still
also
messed
left me
up.
with very little time to practice without the belly. And the vast majority of the time I practiced with the belly.
Well, that'll be different.
So I think that really affected my preparation in this sense and created a bit of an insecurity, like I don't know how well I'm prepared.
Baby.
I can get into the stories, I can understand what I'm doing, but to really make the songs flow, poof. But I have rehearsed a lot during the pregnancy. Again. You have to know the song so well that you don't have to think about what you're singing anymore. It has to become part of your automatic system. And just there, with having a system that's so heavily changing compared to normal, that pre-programming was the challenge.
That girl.
But
Kudos
I guess
to you.
throughout my years of being an experienced singer now, I can say that I can trust on my instrument, and it just delivered better than ever maybe, which was really, really great. Maybe mentally you're being challenged extra much. I'm not sure what my body will do, so you're on an extra alert.
Okay.
And that just gave that extra, which this album deserves, and it just went. It just happened.
Every day's for mankind and for your care.
This song I like.
Fear no, in this grief new world of age, fast death, last breath they are to kill us all. Push waste, covering London, nourishing some honors.
I like we're getting a little clips. I like that we're getting little clips of the album.
All right.
This was the first one I think I saw. From this album, I think this was the first one I saw. Mission accomplished.
Kelva Gaddafi Kelva Gaddafi. Yeah. Kelva Gaddafi. Yeah. So much has been added since those original demos that some parts are, well, unrecognizable, you know, to what they were.
I mean, that happens.
The opening song on the album, Yesterwind, has morphed into a kind of prelude, which it wasn't before. It had a completely different approach before, but now it's become something completely different to what we expected. So these are the kind of things that excite us.
That is really cool.
Also, the building of harmonies is always a surprise. Hearing the colours within the songs change by fractions or massively, you know, massive changes on tiny. There's so much variety going on in the songs. So that's always the most exciting thing. And with this album, I probably said this with the last album and the previous album before that, but it feels like this album is yet another little step into a broader picture than
doing it
even
right.
we have.
They all do that, right? Horns coming.
Biisin teemat
I
on
do like to watch them reacting to what they're hearing because, like, as it comes together, you don't really know what it's fully going to sound like. You know what your part was, and you know kind of what it sounds like. But then as the layers and layers and layers, I like to watch them get to see what all their hard work is paid off for.
sellaisia asioita, missä mennään niin ytimeen. Mahtavaa kyllä, että niinku Tuomas on pukenut näitä asioita
He is very good at
biiseiksi
that.
ja ne välittyy kaikille. Pistää pohtimaan paljon.
Just makes you want to wiggle.
Well, we don't really think about goals as such in Nightwish. We're too excited by discovery, you know, self-discovery and all the implications of that. But it's a matter of making it exciting for ourselves,
Wiggling.
making it more
It's real.
interesting for ourselves, trying to break new ground, not for anyone else but ourselves.
And it
all
automatically
that
does it
stuff.
for everyone else too when you do it.
But we don't make the music with anybody in mind. We just want to give ourselves goosebumps every now and again.
Well, I feel like you definitely give me
Yeah.
goosebumps all the time.
And it looks
so.
like mission accomplished on that with this.
We are because of a million loves.
Yeah, I remember this.
There are several highlights and definitely different ones from each other.
Yeah.
For instance, the song Spider Silk I love the chorus. It just has something in it that makes me want to sing it. I'm
Well,
looking
that's your
forward
job.
to that part coming. Ooh, now I can do it.
Yay! Oh, that's so fun. I finally get to, I like that though. I get to sing this.
Whereas the last song on the album, Lantern Light, is a very, very delicate, very personal song that I really look forward to sing, hoping I would get it right, get the emotion and the story out just right, and actually succeeding in that was a huge satisfaction.
Her like framing is so good. Like her, like just like the shape that she puts her whole mouth and her jaw in every time she sings, you can just see the structure going the whole way down from her top to bottom. Like her like big, she opens it so wide. There's so much space for her singing. It's so good. Like even when she's not singing super like high or loud notes or anything, like the structure is still really in place. And I feel like a lot of places, a lot of singers don't do that as well, or as consistently. Like there's a lot of singers who are very talented, they're very skilled, but they don't leave room where they should be leaving room. And Floor is so good at leaving that space. It gives her so much more to work with. And it gives her a wider range too than a lot of other people have. And of course, her breath support is just phenomenal. See how wide? The beautiful breathiness of that. Oh my God. crazy.
Yksi hyvin inspiroiva kuva, mihin me palaa aina säännöllisin väliajoin, on tämän Carl Saganin Voyager-luotaimen ottama kuva maapallosta. En nyt muista monta 100 miljoonaa kilometriä se oli.
6
Kun näkyy
billion
tämä
kilometers.
pale
Holy
blue
shit.
dot, pieni sininen piste sillä kaukana,
So
niin
see it, though.
se on tämä maapallo. Ja me ollaan kaikki siinä. Kaikki mitä me tiedetään, mitä on koskaan historiassa tapahtunut, kaikki meidän tuntemat ihmiset, ne on kaikki siellä. Ja sitä sinistä pistettä kun katsoo, niin tuntuu niin järjettömän turhalta kaikki nämä vastoinkäymiset, sodat, ihmisten murhe, mitä täällä on meneillään. Me vilpittömästi uskon, että näitä ajatuksia levittämällä, niin koska loppupeleissähän jokaisen yksilön täytyy tehdä se oma oivallus siitä omasta onnellisuudestaan, etuoikeutettuna olemisesta, kaikki tää. Ja ihminenhän myös vihaa tuputtamista yli kaiken, niin kuin minäkin vihaan. Jos me pystytään näillä esimerkkeillä tämän taiteen kautta herättää ihmisiä niitä ajatuksia, kun katsotaan sitä sinistä pistettä tai ymmärretään tämä katkeamaton ketju, niin mä oon ihan vakuuttunut, että se on yksi tapa tehdä tästä maailmasta valtavasti parempi paikka.
Wow. So beautiful. It's a beautiful statement, sir. That was beautiful. That was really pretty. Some lovely sentiments in there. I mean, I knew I was going to get some poetry from him, but whew, we're good. Don't worry about it. I'm fine. Thank you again for watching. Thanks for suggesting it to me. I hope y'all enjoyed that. A little bit different when I do a Nightwish thing. I don't always do the documentaries, but they're always fun to kind of like go in and look at some things a little bit from a different angle. And I think that will help the next time I pop into another Yesterwind song, because it's been a minute since I've done a song from Yesterwind. So next time I do that, I'll have a little bit more background, which I think is really fun. So thanks again for watching. Make sure you leave a comment, like the video. You know, this will probably go up a little bit early for channel members, as a lot of my stuff, a lot of the singing stuff does go up a little bit early for channel members. And again, we've got other channels, Chicago Reacts, the Chicanime channel. There's lots of ways for you to see more of me if that's what you want. So thanks so much. I'll see you in the next one.